When I was a kid, I grew up on the East Coast in Virginia, and I remember every house that we lived in had a garden. My mom always made sure that some space of the yard was taken over for a garden. And every day after school, we'd spend hours weeding, planting seeds, and of course harvesting what we had grown.
As I grew up with 7 brothers and sisters, and my mom and dad raised 3 more. So we had an automatic baseball team, we had a soccer team, we had a football team, we had a kickball team, and we lived just about a block away from a school playground.
My mom just kicked us out in the morning and said, come back at noon, and we'd come in for a quick bite, and then she'd kick us out again and say, come back when it's dark. We would play outside, we'd create games, we would find ways to utilize the things around us, and we just stayed active all day long. When it was time for bed, our heads hit the pillows hard and we slept all night. Well, I work in a clinic where we work with mostly low-income families and kids, and most of them are actually from communities of color. And I can tell you that the rates of obesity that we see among the children, both young and old, in our clinic is 2 to 3 times higher than any of those statistics you'll read about national averages or in the newspaper.
85% of our kids live in poverty and don't really have access to a lot of the important things that we know kids need for our development.
A lot of families where they're going to their corner stores in order to purchase most of their groceries because the major grocery stores are a lot farther away. They're having to take buses, etc. So the availability of those items, but also the quality and the price of them are also a factor for many families.
Obesity affects everybody, but it significantly affects the communities that have less resource, that have less opportunity, that might be more marginalized by the way our society is designed and structured.
We have to think outside the box on, we know it's a value, but as we go through this transition time and educate all people about, we all need to be healthy and well, again, it's a no-brainer for me, healthier kids learn better.
Treeswing is unique because we're one of the only organizations who's really taking a multifaceted approach to combating childhood obesity in schools. We're unique because we have established relationships with school districts all across King County. We know the schools, we know the partners, and we know how to work with each other. We speak the language of schools.
With Treeswing, working with the teachers in the Seattle Public Schools, I know as an administrator when I've come to Treeswing and asked, here's a need, it's always been found. And if it hasn't been found immediately, we work together and collaborate, and it's wonderful to have a community partner that you can work with.
And when I think of that, I think about 3 really important components in order for any program to be effective. And one of them has to be professional development and training, and ongoing professional development and training. And you provide that incredibly well. The other thing that's really important is that you are really collaborative. So we work together with the head teacher who's mostly responsible for implementing the Playworks and the Recess 360 out on the playground, but also me and the whole staff. And so that's really important. And lastly, you're really flexible. And we need that flexibility in a school system because there might be a template for the way in which a program is supposed to be implemented, but you work with us and you let us have our community speak to you as well and have that be an important part. So for me, it's just been a real joy working with Treeswing.
When schools start to deliver messages that help children have a stronger voice about nutrition, that have curricula that really do champion the benefits of physical activity as part of a daily routine, that bring other community resources together to try to make more opportunities for kids to be creative, to play, to be active, to think about nutrition in positive ways. when we all start doing that together, and when a child walks through their world and sees that everywhere they go and everyone they talk to is helping them learn more about physical activity and healthy foods, that's when you start to bend a curve on this ominous and very, very serious epidemic that we're facing.
I don't want to be the food police. I don't want to be the physical activity police. I want kids to be moving more because they love to move, and I want kids to be eating well because that's what they love to eat. It shouldn't be hard, and that's what Treeswing wants to. We want to make it easy for kids to be healthy. Treeswing brings healthy opportunities back to the communities who need it the most.